Hey, this is B from Kong's R Us, and we are back at San Diego Comic-Con at the Stern Pinball Lounge. Let's go check it out. So this is still one of the low-key places at Comic-Con to check out. It is the Comic-Con Pinball Lounge hosted by Stern Pinball. Captain's Auction is one of the people that bring all the machines down here, but you still need a badge to get in here. This is the Marriott here at San Diego, and this is it, the most hidden fun gem in all of Comic-Con, where you can play pinball for free as long as you have a badge. But you got a lot of cool people here. You got Jack Danger on the stream. You got some leadership team members over there. We'll talk to them in a little bit, but let's check it out. Jaws 50th and the whole pinball lounge. Look who I found. All right, let's do our quick walk around to see what's here. We got Metallica and Jaws obviously here, and Jack Danger is doing a live stream, and I'm just walking in the background, and it'll be in the video. It'll be like, hey, I'm in the background. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you again. And so here we have Dungeons and Dragons, again, their newest machines. Kong, one of their newest title releases is here, so that's in full force. Foo Fighters here as well. So they got their King Kongs, their Venoms, lots of Kongs here and Foo Fighters. So I'm trying to interestingly see how many machines total they have here. They have 4 big pods with about 5 machines each. So it looks like there's at least, so if I can do math, 20, 30 machines here. You got Elvira, Deadpool, some Star Wars machines as well. Lots of Kongs and Dungeons and Dragons. And there's CC, Captain's Auction representing. All right, very cool. So again, just walking around, this Stern Pinball Lounge is supported by the team at Captain's Auction, so check them out. X-Men, John Wick. This is the lineup. Let's go talk to some folks at Stern. All right, we're back here with Seth Davis, CEO, President of Stern Pinball. Good to see you again, Seth.
Good to see you too.
All right, last time we saw you, we were at CES, which is a huge convention bringing pinball to the masses. But we're at Comic-Con now. You guys have been here for the last couple of years. Talk about going to these big events and bringing pinball to the masses.
Well, we like to get pinball out there, and we like everybody to know that yes, they still make pinball machines, and they're more fun than they've ever been. We release a lot of great games, and we're here letting everybody play some great pinball. We've got lots of families here that are playing pinball together, lots of friends, just a lot of pinball playing. We got 2 locations here. Right now we're in the Marriott, in the conference room here, and we got tons of games here. We're also out on the main floor in San Diego Comic-Con with all the big boys, and we've got 4 games in there as well. We've got some Metallica, some D&D, some Jaws. We got lots of games for people to play, and we're selling a bunch of Comic-Con merch, right? Merch is the thing. Merch is the Comic-Con thing to do.
Getting my Stern Pinball T-shirt from.
Yeah, you gotta get your T-shirts. We've got some Godzilla toys. We got a bunch of fun stuff for everybody there.
Look forward to that. All right, so right behind you, we see Jaws 50th with your brand new theme, re-theme of a sort of a newish table. It came out early last year. So talk about this version of Jaws 50th, highlights for you on, bringing this version of Jaws to the masses.
Sure, so we love Jaws, we love the game. I think everybody out there loves it too, and what better time than the 50th anniversary to celebrate what Jaws is, so it was a fun year for it. We gave some love to the premium edition of this game, so we added some value. We changed the artwork to match the 50th art style that Universal has been working with for this. It's got kind of this faded feel to it. We also added some blood red side armor to the game as well, and so we upped the game with the side armor. The team had fun changing the chrome ramps to brass. We've got this brass look to the ramps. This gives you that boat feel to it. And we added some nice sparkle on the play field with the water at the bottom. A little hard to see on photo and video, but if you see it from person,
we'll try to capture it so you can see it.
It's really fun when you see it. It sparkles.
So it is Comic-Con. Obviously, there's lots of people dressed up as their favorite cosplay. Seth, do you ever cosplay, or have you seen? What's your favorite thing to dress up as if you were to cosplay?
Oh, I have not dressed up in a lot of cosplay lately.
You just dressed up as the CEO and president of Stern.
I like going to the Ren fairs and all that, so I would say kind of more the D&D style would be my style to do.
For sure.
Actually, there's a Lord of the Rings sword being delivered to my home right now.
There it is. All right, we're going to look for Seth Davis as a Lord of the Rings character the next time we chat. Thanks again, Seth. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
All right, take care. All right, I'm here with Jack Danger at Comic-Con, and you were in front of this very professional-looking streaming rig. Are you here for a new purpose, a new role that you have?
Yeah, actually. I've been I've been gifted the role of head of community.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's a fancy title, head of community. Can you break that down for us? What does that actually mean?
It means I'm in charge of everybody playing pinball. So you have to do what I say or you're in trouble.
Everybody in the community. So
Yeah,
you
right.
say the community is trolling people, that means Jack is now in charge of...
I did it. I created all the trolling.
All the trolling.
Yeah, my new role is more about being forward-facing. We're putting a face to the company.
Okay.
Luckily, that's going to be me. Working more with everybody that plays pinball, generates content for pinball, tournaments and the what. So I'm actually putting together a forum where folks can just anonymously message me things.
Ooh, okay.
If they're more interested in, like, if you just want to share, like, hey, there's this cool event that maybe you should talk about, or I'm really concerned about, you know, how aggressive things are in certain aspects of pinball and whatnot. I'm going to be fielding all of that information, compiling it, putting it where it needs to go, and trying to make some content out of it
Is that like
in a positive way.
online suggestion box? Is that what you're kind
Yeah,
of like
exactly.
saying?
A little
Okay.
drop it in there. You just write farts, and then that's the end of it. I will enjoy it and print it and put it on my wall.
I want you to read them on stream live and react to every single
I
one
will.
of the suggestion boxes.
Anything's
That'll be so
content.
funny.
I love
Content
it.
for everybody. So if anybody's making content, you are now reporting to Jack.
Exactly.
If you're making
And I deserve a cut
content
of
on
it
Stern.
too.
Exactly.
Right here.
All
Put
your
it right
percentages
here.
at least will go there. But anyways, this is a fancy streaming rig. Is this partly kind of like your go-to setup now when you're doing mobile streaming?
Yeah, so this is sort of like what Stern had in the moment. I came from the universe of streaming pinball. This aluminum rig actually was mine for a very long time. I lent it to Stern for some tournament-related stuff, but we're getting back in there. We're gonna start generating more live stream content on Stern socials, as well as reviving Dead Flip, if you're familiar with my old broadcast. That will be coming back with me. So we get to generate all this really cool stuff with Stern, for Stern, and then sort of like the after hours, we could talk a little bit more about burping and whatever on Dead Flip. And they're gonna sort of coincide and live with each other. And I think it's gonna be fantastic. And you're gonna be seeing my face a whole heck of a lot more.
A lot. So your previous roles in game design, you did X-Men, you did Foo Fighters. Let's talk a little bit about just your role there. Are you still doing game design? Is that just gonna be backseat for now, or?
Right, so designing games was a tremendous amount of fun. It's an awesome challenge, but it is very challenging. And I created Foo Fighters, awesome. X-Men was also great. I don't know if some of you have played the Jurassic Park home game, which was like my very first machine I made. They let me put like a jump ramp in there, I don't know.
You have a T-Rex that's eating a ball.
Right, exactly, in a home machine. It was awesome. So I did start a new cornerstone. This will be my last cornerstone for Stern Pinball.
Ooh.
And to move into my new role, some folks at Stern will be helping offset that. So there will be more folks taking on my duties as a game designer as I move over into head of community.
Got it.
So there will be a sort of like co-lead design title on this game. You're gonna love it, it's awesome. There are much smarter people than me that are going to make this thing spectacular. And it's going to be.
You heard it here. There's a new cornerstone being designed by Jack still that will have his full name on it.
That's right.
As he moves into this. But can we walk over to X-Men? Can we talk a little bit about that latest game? And it's gone through a couple of code updates. I think originally, people found the layout fun and challenging. But the game code, I think, was one of the things people were saying felt not complete or some. Can you talk about hearing the feedback about just the code and where it's developed to now?
Right, so we took a lot of feedback from the community on like how they were feeling about this game, and in some regards we agreed with a lot of what we were hearing. So we've got, you might be familiar with Mike Vinacore at MXV, really awesome guy that works at Stern. He is now being put in charge of rules design for the game. So Stern was gracious enough to let us like attack this full force to like make this thing everything it should be. And I couldn't be more excited. I've got a litany of freaking rules that I would love to see implemented. Mike's on the same page. Corey, the gentleman who's programming everything, also has a lot of great ideas. We're all very invested in making this game shine. And the code updates you've seen recently are just laying the groundwork for us to stack on top of all these really cool ideas we have coming.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the things that made the game easier, like the bishop shot is now just a spot shot versus a thing. I've seen going into the future mode immediately after completing a thing. So like those are kind of interesting changes, and like that just to make it easier so you can try it. Is it quality of life updates, are you calling it?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about the game now compared to like when it first came out? Is it like
I think it's come a long way and it's got a long way to go, but we have a lot of really rad stuff coming. And like, we're trying to utilize every part of the playfield equally. The Danger Room's gonna have a much bigger role moving forward. We're also going to make sure that every mode has its own personality. We want to make sure absolutely everything feels unique when you're playing it. And like I said, what you're seeing now is just the foundation that we can build on top of, and we can't wait to get more content out of it.
It's not at 1.0 yet, right?
Not at 1.0 yet, no. It's gonna take some time,
Okay.
but when it gets to 1.0, it's gonna be the best pinball machine you've ever played.
All right, back to number 1 up inside.
right,
there
baby.
it is.
We're
All right,
getting there.
How about Foo Fighters? Where's that at? In terms
Foo
of, like,
Fighters,
development?
I think we're in the corner
That's one of
over
my
here.
favorite games. I own a
Dude,
Folk
Foo
Premium. It's
Foo Fighters, my first cornerstone. Got to work with the wonderful Tanya Kleiss on that game, Raymond Davidson, Zombie Yeti. They're obviously the band was awesome to work with. We got one over here. The cool thing about this license was any like ridiculous thing we came up with and pitched it to Foo Fighters, they're like, that sounds awesome. Like
robots?
Actually, they used a lot of swear words, but we'll just say like, that sounds awesome. So we're like, hey, it's aliens and a giant robot, and you're traveling in a van, and there's like all these weapons, and also there's like a toy angle to it, Saturday morning cartoon idea, like all of these things, it really came together, hand-drawn art. The way that Gary likes to pitch this is, we made an original themed pinball machine about aliens, and it has Foo Fighters music in
Exactly. I think that's why a lot of people really love this game, is that like, even though it was Foo Fighters themed, it really felt like a really fun story that you create out of this. And it's one of the, I would say, maybe I'm biased because I own the game, but it's one of the more intuitive games for me to play and, like, you know, shoot 3 arrows and then start a mode and then do a battle. Like, it's simple enough for like a lot of my friends that play it too.
Yeah, and that's a shout out to our software team for like understanding like what people want. You know, there's an idea of simplicity, but also complexity. You want it to be easy up front, but you want the better players to like have something to work towards on the back end. And the fact that they let me put in things like these weird in-lane targets and the dead post.
That is super fun. I've still not seen that on another game yet.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Is that the Jack Danger special?
That's it.
Adding some
never
stuff?
been done before, probably never going to be done again.
Well, very cool. All right, well, this is Comic-Con. You're back here. Anything that you're excited about seeing? If you're cosplaying as your favorite character, what would
Oh man, probably some Adventure Time characters. You know, there's something really fun about hitting the floor of Comic-Con and just seeing all the new stuff that's coming out, but also revisiting all those things that you used to love. And I know there's like big toy companies in there that are like, hey, we made a Rocco's Modern Life toy. And I'm like, I haven't thought about that cartoon in forever, but that's amazing. And it's a great place to also get inspired about like what could be the next IPs from Stern. And you know, secretly we have conversations with people that are in there. But yeah, I think if you're coming to Comic-Con, you could get lost on that floor for every single day and not see the same thing twice.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it, B.
All right, I'm back with Joe from the marketing team at Stern. How are you?
Hey, B.
Awesome.
Good to see you again.
Back at Comic-Con again. And so the first question I want to ask you is, you come here with all these beautiful machines, but the accessories, toppers, you know, shooter knobs, all the things. How come we don't showcase more of that at these events and things?
You know, hauling 40-some games, 50 games from Chicago to San Diego is a trip.
Okay.
Toppers require a little bit more assembly. Not difficult.
Okay.
But it's a move. It's work.
Is there going to be a 50th version of the topper accessories? Like, do you ever think about doing like those unique accessories?
I can't say definitely yes, but it's being discussed.
Okay. Yeah. Because the Jaws topper, very simply, the medieval.
That's right. Amityville billboard.
So
there's a lot of dynamic effects to the modes in the game. There's that flag feature. It's cool. The red in the water flashing.
Yeah.
It's a cool topper.
And for folks that really love accessories and like how soon they come out after a game gets released, like D&D and or X-Men, like what do you say for like folks that would want to see those sooner rather than later?
Well, you know, sometimes the plans and the designs need to change. That'll delay. That'll just take more time for us to develop. Look, everything is designed, assembled in-house. There's custom-made plastics and screens and artwork, and all of those things add up.
Yep.
It's always a work in progress for us to be able to make our games cooler, as you know.
Of course.
You got into pinball and you started seeing the Foo Fighters
People
and the
want more
inside
stuff.
art.
They want all the things.
Yes,
so,
exactly. Yeah. So we're getting better and better and better. Hey, look, Venom is a great, example. It took a while for us to get. Took a while to get Venom out, but our last one, we'll release the full story, but there's a pretty significant stop work order on our original topper that's necessitated a back to the drawing board approach.
We'll have to hear that story sometime.
Yeah, we'll get Dwight and Brian on the phone call for that one.
All right, so you're here with Jaws 50th. I talked to Seth earlier.
That's
you
right.
brought Quinn back, the mannequin. You've
Quinn.
been to a couple of events where you feature
right.
Jaws, but
That's right.
talk about bringing the 50th out to the masses and why it's still something that you guys are focused on.
I mean, look, the license, the name, the look, everybody in the world, you could be 100 yards away from this game and see it and get sucked right into what's going on.
Yeah.
Just that the shark coming up, about to get the swimmer, is like, it's bringing you in, and you probably have a good idea if you know what a pinball machine is. Like, this is probably going to be a pretty cool game. And we always say world under glass. This is it,
yeah.
right? Like, from top to bottom, art assets across most of the movies. The 50th version basically is it's an homage to that very important anniversary of one of the best films made. It's an art package upgrade to our premium version of the Jaws pinball game that came out.
Very clean, and with the design, I feel like it's that less is more, and it pops with the
pearl on it
and everything too. So great job at least bringing another option.
It is, yeah. The brass rails are actually, I think, a perfect touch to this game. It ties that Orca in so well. I love it. Yeah.
All right. Well, there it is, Jaws 50th. You're back at Comic-Con. Any last words you want to talk about? What's happening next for Stern?
Oh, so many good things. I can't tell you too much.
Can't give a sneak peek of anything.
We'll get on a Zoom call.
All right.
Come on out to the next launch.
All right. Sounds good.
It's good to see you guys.
Take care.
Take care, B.
All right. Bye.
Bye.